Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be learning how to solve the Tuttminx. I know it's been a little bit since I make like a Rubik's Cube tutorial or a Twisty Puzzle tutorial, but yeah, so I recently got this puzzle on cubezz.com for about I think it was $66.99. So it took about 2 weeks to get here after I ordered it, which is pretty nice. But with free shipping and everything, which is nice. But yeah, so anyway, just give me a moment. I need to do something fast. So I'm going to go over pretty much each step that you need to know. And this, while it may look pretty hard, just because it's like so big, it has so many sides, not sizes, sides. The reason why, that's pretty much why it looks like a pretty hard puzzle, even though it's actually pretty easy. So yeah, the first step is to solve one pentagon. I guess I'm gonna go with the white pentagon, so, because I usually start with like the white side of everything when I'm solving a puzzle. So, so here's the white pentagon here. So now we're gonna need to fill in all these white edge pieces for the star, and then the corners and edges, these corners and these edges at the same time. So yeah, let's look for a white. So we already see a white pentagon piece here. And also just remember that whenever you do hexagon turns, make sure that you turn it twice. So now I'm going to move this piece here, so that it matches up like that. And I'm gonna find the other one. There's a white and blue here, so I'm gonna move that over. It needs to go here, so I'm gonna rotate this to where I can match it up here. Then I'm gonna rotate that in. Then I'm gonna rotate it to where it matches up here. So now I'm gonna do that for this one too. Then you're just gonna do the same thing for all the pieces. We have another one here. Yeah, sometimes this puzzle is a bit stiff and hard to turn, but I still like it. It's still a good puzzle. Even if it doesn't like to turn very well. Alright, so now we have one more piece. So that would be this one right here at the top. So I'm gonna move it to where it needs to go into place. Oh man, my arms hurt. Like, I'm not in a very comfortable position right now. So, like, I have to wrap my arms around the tripod. I can't like relax them. I have to hold them up, or my shoulders. I can't relax my shoulders. And I'm at my desk right now, and I don't have a very good desk setup. But yeah, so here's the piece. So we're just gonna move it. Oh, and if you're doing a single turn on the hexagon, you can notice that like the pieces may have like a bit of discoloration, or I mean like disformation. Like they're not all like. Let me back the tripod so you can see better. Like they don't like, you see how it's kind of like not smooth and all matched up. This is how you want it. So yeah, so this piece is here. So now I'm going to match it up. Alright, so now that we have the star done, now we're going to work on these corners. So let's look for a white pentagon corner. I can already see one here. Now this corner goes here, and it needs to match up with a blue and yellow hexagon. So let's look for that. And I see it right here. So now, first of all, the first step to do that is to match up the corner and hexagon. And oh, it's backwards, so I'm just gonna rotate it around like that and then try that. There we go. Now they're matched up here. I'm sorry if I can't give you the best view. find the white face right here. So now I'm just going to maneuver this around the puzzle until we can get to a point where we can insert it. Alright, so now to insert it, wait, is that the right color? Hold on. Okay, my bad. That was not the right color. Yeah, since there's so many, like, since there's 32 faces, they have to use, like, 32 different colors. So, yeah, I know the colors may look the same, but this piece actually would go, I think, well, elsewhere. So, the correct piece is actually here, so I apologize about that. So, yeah, I'm going to match it up with that piece. And we gotta make sure we don't misplace that edge piece. Alright, now that it's matched up, everything should be put into place pretty much now. So now we're going to need to put this here. So to do that, we just move it to a different spot, so that's easier. So we're going to need to, like, move it, like, to a place, like, probably here. So, like, above. So, like, it would go here, so, like, above there, like, on this face. So the pair is here. This pair is here. So now we're gonna just, like, move it somewhere where we can rotate this hexagon up and rotate this hexagon. So now the pieces are matched up. Now we can rotate that. So I'm gonna skip through this part and I'm gonna get back to you, like, so you're just gonna do the same thing for all of these. I'm just gonna skip over for now and I'll get back to you once you're done this. Once you're done the hexagon. Alright, so once you're done solving the white pentagon here, now we're going to move on to another piece. So now what we're gonna do is we're going to solve basically the bottom part of these 5 hexagons. So the this is gonna be on the bottom now. So these pentagons all around here. So I'm going to show you the first step and then I'm going to skip over and get back to you when it's done. So the first step is to just put one of the pentagon pieces so we have a hexagon here, we have a pentagon here, so now we're going to move that. So we're just going to match, like, just one of these up for a pentagon. And now we're going to find the corner and the other edge. So let's find the other. So let's find the other edge. Or the corner. Yeah, there's a lot of... Another thing about this puzzle, it requires a lot of looking around. Alright, so here is the other edge. Now let's look for the corner. So I like to keep my thumb on this piece so that I know where it is. Alright, so here is the corner. So now I'm gonna just match them up. Oh, it's here. Wait, where is it? Oh, here it is. Sorry, I lost track of it a bit there. So it's a bit hard to like get it where it needs to be, like when everything is backwards. Like I can't just move it in. Oh, there we go. Alright, so now that these are matched up, we're going to move them to here. My dogs are barking for no reason. So how we put this in is we just put it on top, then we move it out of the way like this. And now we're going to move this so that this slot is here. So now we're going to move it into this slot. Hold on, this thing is a bit stiff. Well, yeah. Alright, so now that it's matched up here, I'm going to move this. Now we're just going to do the same thing for these pentagons. These pentagons here. These and all the way around. And I'll get back to you when you're done that. Alright, so now, like, once you have all these, like, pentagon, like, bottoms paired or whatever, the next step is to just solve only these parts of, these hexagons. So these, and then this, and then all the way around. So you're only solving this piece. So I'll show you how to do that. So this piece is lavender and indigo. So I'm going to look for the lavender and indigo hexagon piece. So it's right here. So now I'm going to just maneuver it around. Oh, it's backwards. So I'm gonna try it this way. There we go. So now that matches up, and now we're gonna do the same thing for those hexagons. Alright, so now once all these are matched up, the next step is to just solve like these corners and the edges and all the way around. So I'll show you how to do that. So I can tell that this corner goes here. So let's find the matching edge piece, which is going to be lavender hexagon and lime green. or lime green pentagon. No, it's right here. So I'm gonna move it out here, but we gotta be careful because we don't want to mess this up. So we gotta put this piece back here. Alright, so now that those are paired up, we're going to insert it. So we're going to move it out of the way like this. Now we're going to rotate this slot up here. Then we're going to insert it into the slot, and then we're going to move this back down. And now we're just going to do the same thing for all the other ones. Alright, so after you're done pairing these edges here, the next step is to we're gonna solve like all of these hexagon pieces here and all around. I'll start by putting the first one in, and then I'll get back to you when the rest of them are in. Alright guys, I'm back. I just had to do some evening stuff. Okay, so now, where are we? We're on this step. So, yeah. As I said, make sure that all these are paired up. So it'll be this one too, and then all the way around. Alright, so just like before, we're gonna pair up all the corners here. So I'll just show it for one. Let's look for a purple edge piece. So let's do the purple one here. So blue, green. I know some of you may say it's teal. It's not really a teal. A teal would probably be brighter. Alright, so now we're going to get the corner. Which is right here. And we're gonna match it up. Sorry, I still have a bit of cough because I recently had a cold. Oh. That's weird, a piece popped out. Man, I hate putting pieces back in. I must have corner cut it incorrectly or something. Yeah, sometimes when you corner cut it, like a center piece will just pop out. Thankfully, they're not too hard to put back in. They're pretty easy. Just gotta give it a little push. Or just like boot her as it gets in. So yeah, sorry about that. Interrupting my solve. I'm kind of pissed now. But it's okay. So now we just move this pair here out of the way. So now I'm going to rotate this to where I can insert it just like before. And now I'm going to so now that they're matched up, now we can rotate it back. And there we go. Now we just do that all the way around for this one and all the way around. I'll get back to you when you're done that. Alright, so once you're now done solving like all of these hexagon pieces here, the next step is to solve like these pentagon pieces here. So how we do that is already one of them is already solved here, so that's nice. So let's find the gold pentagon and orange hexagon piece, which is right here. So now I'm gonna move that to where it needs to go. Just like that. We're going to do the same thing for the rest of them. Alright, so now once you're done pairing all these like hexagon and pentagon edge piece, we're going to do the same thing as before. We're going to find a corner and edge and make a pair. So let's find this corner. It's right here. And then I saw the edge right here. Be careful because we don't want to mess up this. So if we move that, then just make sure you rotate it back. So now to insert it, we're going to move it out of the way, open the slot, put it in, and put the pair into the slot, and then put the slot back. And now we're going to do the same thing for these, and all the way around. So I'll get back to you. Alright, so now that we've finished all of these parts of these pentagons here, most of it is already solved. So now the next step is, so now we're on the last 5 hexagons and the last pentagon. So what we're going to do here is first we're going to pair up every single hexagon edge. We're not going to worry about hexagon edge around the puzzle. Okay, so I guess we'll start with the ones at the bottom. So this is the most efficient way to do it. So I'll say this one here. So we can pair up this one and hold on. Okay, sorry about that. So yeah, we have one at the bottom here. Let's look for the other one. So purple and green right here. Now this is how you would move it in. So because it's on this side, I'm going to rotate it in and then rotate that in, and then because I then put it here, and then because I messed up this one, I'm going to rotate that back. So that is basically the whole step process of the side is pretty tight of putting those pieces in. So now we're going to do brown and blue, light blue. Now unfortunately we have a case where it's flipped, and the only way you can really flip it is to like move it around the entire puzzle. So that's what we'll do. And we're gonna put these, now we're gonna put it in. Now we're gonna turn these sides back. Right, now this one. So we do it this way, because if we do it the other way, it'll be flipped. And we turn these back. Now, this one goes here and it's flipped, so again we just move it around the puzzle. Basically, sorry, is the camera angle not good? Sorry, is the frame like, I apologize if that's happening. So yeah, this one's flipped, so I'm gonna move it around. Into place, and now I'm going to turn everything back. Alright, so now we're going to do these pieces. So there's already one here, so now I want to put it on this side. So what I can do is move it out of the way, rotate this, so that when I put it back, this will be there, and this will be in the correct spot, and then when I rotate this back, this will be in the right spot. So now the other one is here, but it's flipped, so again we move it around. And now instead of just putting it in, we're going to rotate the slot where it goes in, put it in the slot, and then turn everything back. And you will usually get a case where you have two more edges that are flipped, and you have to fix it. And I'll show you what to do if you get that case. For now, let's finish doing these hexagons. Looks like I have a lot of flipped edges, which really sucks. But instead of solving this one, I'm going to go from side to side. So I'm going to solve this one here, which is all the way back here. So I can't just put it in here because right now it's flipped. What I can do is move it here and then rotate this slot so that I can put it into place when it's here. I'll rotate this back, then I'll fix everything I just messed up. So now we have all this solved. So if I were to put, so now this piece is right here, which is flipped, so I gotta move it around. Well, let me fix that. So yeah, I'm gonna move it around. Open the slot. And then turn these back. Now, eventually, like once you flip multiple edges, it'll be, when you turn things back, more and more edges will be flipped. So that really sucks. So we'll just try to solve everything we can. So now, instead of turning them back, I'm going to do like a, I don't know, should I call it a commutator? I don't know. But I'm going to do like, so I want to put this piece here. So I'm gonna just like, I'm gonna have these two in the correct spot. And then I'm going to solve this one. So I'm going to make sure that it's here. And these two are in the correct spot. Now this one is here. So now I'm going to try to put that one here. So I'm going to rotate it to where I can put it there. I'm going to rotate it there. And then when I rotate everything back, when I rotate the bottom back, the bottom won't be solved. But if that happens, then yeah, this is probably the trickiest part. So now I'm going to find an open slot here. So this one goes here. So I'm going to rotate this. I'm going to insert, I'm going to rotate this slot, and then I'm going to insert this piece here. And I'm going to rotate this back. And I'm going to rotate this back. Alright, so, yeah. As I said before, you will end up with a case where two edges are flipped. And that's a case that is common. So, I think it's kind of, you're more likely to get it than to not have it. So what you're going to do is, this is a bit tricky. It does require a bit of strategizing. So what we're going to do is we're going to insert this into the correct spot. So by moving it around, and then we're gonna rotate this so that we can put in the right slot here. So rotate the slot and then match that up. And then rotate this back. So now these two. And now when we rotate all these pieces back, we're going to flip this edge here. That's flipped. So then it'll be flipped the right way when we put everything back. So we're gonna put all these back. We're going to open this slot here, move this one in. So now that these are matched up, now we're going to rotate this back. And now all the hexagon edges are solved. So yeah, the next step is to solve the hexagon and pentagon edges. And this is something that looks incredibly hard, but it's actually pretty easy. So we're going to be using the top layer here, the top pentagon, to hold all of these hexagon and pentagon pieces. So let's say here's a silver pentagon and a blue hexagon piece, and so that piece goes here. So what we're gonna do, because we can't just rotate it there, because then we're gonna mess up everything else. What we can do is move it off to the side, then rotate this up, rotate up the slot here, then insert this into the slot, and then rotate it back. So now that solved that piece, and we're gonna do that with every single other hexagon pentagon piece. So at the top we have this one here. So yeah, I'm gonna put it in like that. The exact same thing for all of them. And sometimes you may have cases like where I'm just doing this. Don't pay attention to the move that I'm doing. I'm just doing this. Where all of the edges at the top are matched up with the last pentagon. So if that happens, don't worry. Just pick any edge that is not in the correct spot. Like let's say this one here. Move it up to the top. Then move it out of the way. Then move this back. So now, so then we insert the correct piece. So it goes here, so we're going to rotate this up, move that in, then move back. This one goes here, so we'll rotate this up, move it in, move back down. And we're just going to do that for the rest of the pieces. So this one goes here, so rotate up, put in, rotate back down. This one goes here, we'll rotate it up, in, and down. So this one goes here, so we're going to rotate it up, put it in, rotate it down. Yeah. This one here, rotate up, put it in, and down. Any more? Yeah, we have a couple more. So we're gonna rotate one that's not in the correct spot up to the top. Then we're gonna move it out of the way. Do the same thing. Put it in and move it back. Just like that. We're gonna do the same thing. I'm sorry if the framing is bad. Like if it gets blurry. Like I apologize about that. Alright. Now all the pentagon pieces are solved. So now what we're gonna do is solve the corners. Except all the corners except for the last pentagon corners. So how we do this is there's a simple algorithm that will cycle 3 corners. It will, so let's say it will cycle these. So I'm just going to point to 3 random corners. This one, and this one. So it will put this one here, and this one here. So let's just look for any corner at the top. So we have this one, and that one goes here. So if we do the algorithm, it will be here, and we don't want to mess up this. So instead we would rotate this. So we would rotate the corner slot here, so that when we do the algorithm, it puts it into the slot, and when we move back, it'll be solved. Alright, so the algorithm goes like this, and if you need the algorithm for reference, I will leave it in the description below. But here's how it goes like. So, I'm going to put it like, so, you may not like, just look at like the algorithm, like how I do it, because otherwise you may not be able to understand what the algorithm means. So there's like some special moves. So it's going to be like 3 types of moves. So this is going to be an F move, except it's all going to be F2 or F2 prime. This is going to be a U move, and then we're also going to be turning this face, which I'm going to call MF2 or MF2 prime, because it's like the middle front. So yeah, I'm going to rotate the slot here, so that when we do the algorithm, it'll move this piece in. So yeah, the algorithm goes like F2 prime, MF2 prime. Sorry, it's a bit hard to do this because these pieces are really stiff and they don't like to turn. Like I'm trying to turn it, it's not turning. So MF2 prime, MF2 prime. I'm sorry if I'm doing this badly. F2. And then U. And then MF2 prime. I mean, no, F2 prime. MF2. F2. And then U prime is a part of it. You don't have to do U prime yet, but you will have to, like, once you get to the last corner, like pentagon corners. So yeah, now we're gonna rotate this back. Now we're gonna solve where this corner needs to go. This corner needs to go here. So I'm gonna put it here so that so this one needs to go here. So I'm gonna rotate the slot here. I'm gonna do the algorithm, which is, again, I'm gonna say it again. It's F2 prime, MF2 prime, F2, U, F2 prime, MF2, F2, and then you can do an optional U prime. And we're going to rotate this back. Yeah, so we're going to be using that algorithm a lot, and pretty much for every corner that we solve. So I'm going to skip over until we get like to the last few, so I'll see you then. Alright, so once all those edges are solved, now we're going to solve the last layer. So like, if you know how to solve a Megaminx, you probably know like the last layer algorithm. And this one is kind of like the Megaminx algorithm, except it's backwards. So I'll show you what that is. Alright, so to do it, you're gonna wanna just rotate the top layer and see if you can get 2 of the pieces in the correct spot. And keep one in front of you and one on the left, like right, one here and one here. But otherwise, like if you don't have 2 that can match up, then you're going to do the same algorithm and then do it again. Then you're going to do the same algorithm I'm about to show you and then do it again when you can put 2 that are matched up. So the algorithm goes like this. It's kind of similar to the Megaminx algorithm, but here's what it goes like. It's kind of like the Megaminx algorithm backwards. I'm sorry if I didn't explain it. So, yeah. And I think this is all the same as the Megaminx. You have one here and one here. And here's how the algorithm goes like. So it's like R2, U2, R2 prime, U prime, R2, U prime, R2 prime. Now what that does is it will solve all of these hexagon and pentagon pieces, but it also kicks out one of these pieces. So what we're going to do is actually ignore that and just leave it like that, and we're going to be using the same algorithm that cycles 3 corners. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go, let's first just pick any corner to solve. So let's look at it. So let's say if I do the algorithm, I can put this one in the correct spot. So I'm going to put this one here. And by doing that, that'll solve. So I'm not worried about like this piece. I don't care if this is unsolved right now. Right now I'm just trying to get all of them all the top. Because once we get to the last two on here, and we'll have one that's unsolved in here, once we do it, they'll all be solved. So I'm talking about like these corners. So so doing the algorithm, as you know, it puts this one here, and this one here. So I want to put this one here. So as you can see, this corner will go here. So I do the same algorithm as before. It's the one that goes, sorry, this thing does not want to turn. F2 prime. Hold on. There we go. F2 prime. MF2 prime. F2. U. F2 prime. MF2. And then F2. And then we do have to do a U prime in this case. So now we're going to rotate the top, and when we do that, so this one needs to go here. So in order to put that one here, we're going to have to do it twice, because it goes here, and then it'll be here, and then it goes here. So we'll do the algorithm twice. In this case, we do have to do a U prime. So now I'm going to put this one here. This thing is being really stiff. Alright, so now we have that one solved. So now we're gonna, so this one needs to go here. So again, I'm gonna have to do it twice to put this one here, that one here, and this is actually the last three. So now all we have to do now is just do it twice. This thing does not want to turn. Come on. I'm gonna lose track of my algorithm. Or messed it up. Alright, now just do it one more time. Now we're just gonna solve the top layer. So now, then we just turn everything back, and there we go. The Tuttminx is solved. So, I hope this tutorial was helpful. If it was, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more videos. And, I'll see you in my next video. And, oh, hold on. Before I go, if you have, like, any questions, or if you're stuck on any part, then, let me know in the comments down below, and I will try to find a solution for it. So, thank you guys for watching, and peace out.